Hello, Dollar General friends. If you haven't heard, there are a lot of different seasonal categories going to 90% off starting November 14th. So this video is going to show you visuals for the spring and summer and patriotic party items, the 4th of July seasonal items, the swim diapers, and at the end, I will be showing you the spring, summer, and back to school stationery items that will all be 90% off. I do already have a video that shows you all the spring and summer stationery, but in case you haven't seen it, I figured I'd add it to the end of this video in case you need a refresher on what you need to be looking for. First, we have these mermaid plates and napkins. They're a part of the spring and summer party accessories. There are so many things that are going to 90% off Tuesday. I'm really excited to be going shopping. If you don't have a child in your life that's going to want a mermaid party, that doesn't mean you can't eat off of mermaid plates all year anyways, because once they hit 90% off, it's worth it to pick up these plates and stuff. I like getting them, and when you don't want to wash a dish, why not eat off a random flower plate or a random plate with mermaids on it, or whatever holiday plate you've found marked down. And besides these flower plates for the summer party stuff, there's also all of these purple dot tumblers that were excluded when purple dot got marked down because they actually fell into the category of spring and summer party. So they will be 90% off starting Tuesday. There's all of these different plates. I found these in a large cardboard blue display. By now, if you find them, they're probably going to be mixed into the seasonal aisle or perhaps on an end cap. Things like this tend to be hard to find once they hit 90% off. But that's why you have to watch these videos and get the stuff in your head. That way, when you go into a store, even if it's a mess, things will pop out at you. Like, you'll notice, oh, that has lemons on it. Is that one of the 90% off cups or napkins? Like, things just pop out at you after you've seen them in the videos, and that's why I really like making these visual videos. It really helps. It helps me even. I was watching one of my videos the other day, the school supply video, just because I want to make sure they're all stuck in my head so that I can find them on Tuesday. I have a hard time leaving stuff behind when it's 90% off. I don't like to wait till stuff goes to a penny because there's just such a likelihood that I won't find anything. So I tend to shop really hard when things go 90% off and try to get everything at that price point that I want. There's these fruit-shaped plates, which are kind of cute. They'd be great for like a spring or a summer party. Put them back for next year. There's so many great things. I'm really excited about this Tuesday. A nice party hack you might think of, using the 90% off napkins. You can use them to make garland for a party. You just hang up a piece of string, hang the napkin over the top of the string, and you can put a staple into it so it doesn't blow away, or use a piece of tape. And then you've got party garland that matches your decor. So if you want to throw a party with these supplies, that might be something you can do with some of the extra napkins. There's also lots of 4th of July stuff. I want some of those Mickey Mouse napkins there. They would be great for crafting. You can decoupage the napkins onto different things to make signs and such. I love crafting, so when I see all of these items at 90% off, I don't just think about their intended use. I think about all of the things I could potentially use them for. I like to try to think outside of the box. If you're going to be getting stuff for 90% off, or you're going to be getting stuff for a penny, it's great to donate items when they're this price, but it's also great to just find an interesting way to use them and have some fun, because why not? So pretty much anything red, white, and blue that you see, anything that looks like it was from 4th of July, you're going to want to look up because it might be on sale, because the Patriotic party supplies and the 4th of July stuff, which includes all of these flower lay necklaces, the beaded necklaces, there's some light up bracelets, some different sunglasses, lots of different things that are all red, white, and blue and would be great for having a 4th of July party next year if you want to buy them and put them back. There's just so many options, but if you see red, white, and blue stuff, you should probably scan it in your Dollar General app so you can figure out if it's included. This is one of those sales where it's really going to be important to make sure you have your Dollar General app on your phone, have it open and set to the correct store that you are in, because there's so many things on sale. It's going to be really hard to keep up with it all, and you don't want to end up with something that's excluded in your cart. And if you don't notice something was excluded and it ends up ringing up full price, it might throw off your whole total when you're shopping. And I know I've had that happen to me before, and it's pretty frustrating because when you're buying a whole lot of stuff, it's really difficult to look at how much every item is ringing up for, especially if you're trying to shop quickly and go to multiple stores. So you really have to pay attention. Now I'm going to show you the swim diapers that are 90% off, and then this is going to go into all of the school supplies that will be marked down. You may have already seen this part in another video that I made, but I added it to this video for those of you that haven't seen it, just to try to include all of the random smaller categories that will be going to 90% off. We'll start with this back to school bin and display. You see the display kind of looks like a school bus, honestly. And there are several workbooks on this display that are ringing up as summer stationery clearance. There's the farm book, the math book, there's a school book, there's word power, and then there are two different dry erase board type items. There's one for fractions, and then there's one for learning to tell time. But the thing you really have to pay attention to is not all the items in the display are on clearance. As you'll see at the end, I kind of scan over for a second just to show you there are play packs in this display, but they are not included in the clearance markdowns. So you'll notice a theme throughout this video. You'll see there are displays, lots of school supplies like this. You see a whole lot of things, but only a couple of the things are actually ringing up on clearance. And that's why seeing these visuals helps you out so much, because when they say school stationery is marked down, it's easy to think it'll be this whole 4-foot section when you walk in, but really it's just a few random items, the kind of stuff that they don't carry on the regular aisle. That's the stuff that will actually be marked down. So these videos help you find those items so you can zero in on them, walk up to the section, instantly know all the items to pull off that are on sale, put them in your cart. You can scan them with your Dollar General app. That's always a good way to help make sure you've got the right items. I do want to mention with these Sharpies, you'll notice next to Sharpie it says Mystic Gems. I don't have the barcode for that dark blue one. I don't know, somehow I didn't film the pink marker and I didn't get a picture of the dark blue barcode. But there are several different colors, so just look for the Sharpie Mystic Gems and then scan them in your app to make sure they are the colors that are ringing up on clearance. And this next Bic color hues, I want to say this is the ink pens. There is also a pencils that looks just like this that is marked down. I did not find the pencils in my store. And now we're going to look at the coloring books. There are several coloring books ringing up on sale. And you'll see I'm showing you what the displays look like when you find them. But you might find these in other places. And the really weird thing is most of the things on these displays are not on sale. It's just a few random items again. As you see, this display also says color on the go, but on this one, the Minnie Mouse and Spider-Man coloring books were at the bottom instead of at the top. So my recommendation, if you want to find these coloring books, is to just make sure you look at every Crayola display that you find, because you might find these few random items mixed in. Sometimes they'll combine displays to try to save floor space, so they'll just stick things in the wrong display. This display is super confusing. It says it's spring, so you think spring stationery, but they've got 4 different kinds of crayons and only 2 of them are on the clearance markdowns. It's very odd, so you really have to pay attention to the specific things that are on the list. There's one mess-free coloring book that I found that is on the list, this Spider-Man. As you see, there's lots of other things on the display, but none of them are ringing up on sale. It is very confusing. That's why I think this video will be very helpful. This Crayola workbook, I only found thrown in on an end cap. I didn't even see it in displays in my store. And the last thing I want to tell you about is these ink pens. They're usually either at the front register or they'll be mixed in with the accessories, where you find like the yellow dot accessories and stuff. And these little spring colored pens are ringing up as spring stationery and are on the clearance list. I hope this video helps you out, guys. I hope you find all of the 90% off stuff that you've been waiting to buy at this price point. I hope you get a lot of great deals. And until next time, bye.